who are those people? If that's not only the Federal Reserve, like how the hell does that transaction inside the markets and what the hell is going on? Like how does it make sense, or does it need to make sense out of the whole thing? So we need to understand who are those people. And again, we don't really know, but we have a really good understanding and can obviously put the numbers together and build our overall picture. Okay, so let's dig into that. First, of course, it's one of the, or not even one of, but the smartest people in the world. We have like programming companies also, like additional stuff where we do a lot of programming stuff and AI development and also machine learning approaches. And we try to hire people, of course, that obviously work with us along that lines. The problem is you cannot find people who are good in these spaces. Why? Because the banks, the institutions, they snag these people away immediately. So the moment you have these type of skill sets to actually make a change, they just hire you or they just buy you out and stuff like that. So you need to understand that whenever someone is getting in these huge rosters, they will obviously approach you and they will get you on their side. So that's why they're having the smartest people in the world. Okay, but what else? Of course, that's not even by far enough. So let's dig into some more facts though. What do they have? They have the so-called syndicates. What the hell is the syndicates? Syndicates are companies who have all the data. And now, by the way, we're talking about the markets, okay? We're not talking about overall life again. We're talking about how it is important to us and inside these markets, okay? So syndicates are companies who have all the data. That can be brokers, that can be liquidity providers. It doesn't really matter. They have all the data. Again, so that's companies who know exactly what is going on, who puts in the money, who are pretty much all the data behind everything. Again, if you're a liquidity provider or a broker, you see exactly who and when is money introduced to the markets. And if you have all the data behind that, you already have a pretty good view of what is going on. And then again, if you don't only have the data of one broker, but literally every broker, and then not even the data of one liquidity provider, but all the liquidity providers, then you literally see when is money introduced to the markets and when it's exiting. Literally, you see it day in, day out. Every second, you see the real data of what is going on. And of course, they have access to all of that. Literally, they see all the hard numbers behind it all. Okay, what else though? They, of course, have also the best scientists you can ever imagine. So that's literally the smartest people in the world, be it the scientists, like, doesn't matter in which category, but in this category right here, we refer to scientists about trading. So what does that mean? That's literally meaning technicals, fundamentals, and also all these indicator-based rules. So they having not only all the numbers, but also all the reasons. And if you think you're trading like smart money techniques or whatsoever, what fancy stuff you want to call it, and if you think they don't know about the strategies, that's insane. Of course, they know every single strategy there is. If it's a freaking technical analysis, like a magic trend line, a fucking indicator, is it like smart money concepts, is it fundamental reasons? They know it all. Of course they know it all. They need to know it all, and they have it all backed up by data. So if you understand that, that alone makes a huge difference if we talk later about how they're building up liquidity. Again, you can have the most fanciest indicator where you think like nobody in the whole world knows about it and you're the only one knows about it. No, they having data and all the reasons for decades. Everything there is, again, if it's technical analysis, you can call it freaking Fibonacci trading, Ichimoku cloud, smart money aspects, freaking, I don't even know, you can call it, they know it all. Also fundamental analysis. Of course, they know the reasons behind that as well. Always sounds strange, but if you actually look into that, fundamentals just complete the overall liquidity picture, and we dig into that later. Of course, we use that understanding for our for our advantage to trade in line with that. We're not creating like new magical whatever strategies with new magical rule sets. We're just analyzing what they are seeing and trade in line with that. You have to imagine, like, if that's a freaking shark, look at my perfect drawing in here. That literally looks like a shark. I don't even know what that is. Maybe that's the teeth. That's his eye. So again, if you like this little fish in here, what do you think? Do you try to eat that thing up like this? Of course not. If you can't beat them, then join them. So get the hell away from here and just whatever, swim this direction and swim with the freaking shark. It's stupid if you try to beat the shark. You can never beat the shark. So better trade in line with the overall shark. Okay. So that's why we obviously don't beat the system. There's no point in even trying. That's why we just need to figure the stuff out and use it for our advantage. Okay. Then what else? What else do we have? Of course, we now have all the data. We have all the reasons, but that's not enough. What did we talk about earlier? Psychology. And also they have the most advanced psychologists you could ever imagine, like the AKA Sigmund Freud's and all these crazy people. They have it all. They made like studies and all these freaking experiments for decades to figure out the human mind and psychology. They know exactly what makes you excited. They know exactly what makes you freak out. They know exactly what causes FOMO, everything. Of course, they have these reasons. Okay, so if you now think about that, if you have all the data, you have all the reasons, and now you even have all the psychology reasons, what hurts the so-called herd instinct, like mass psychology and all this stuff. They know exactly, again, when are you euphoric and like, oh shit, or when you FOMO and oh, I don't want to miss this move. Oh my God, the market is moving. Let me jump in and oh no. And they're creating all these emotions on top of the true reason, which is technicals, fundamentals, whatever, right? Of course, they cannot really create psychology reason with AIs or whatever expert advisors, but obviously that's why they're using that. Right? But for people, and obviously that's the major things, it's psychology. And then obviously they back it up all with the data. So you see how that's all a cycle of confirmation. So that's why the market's always adapting as well, because they see immediately when something changes. So that's why I'm always talking about the retail or the new retail concepts will be smart money concepts. So that's why I'm not a big fan of smart money concepts. I don't really use it. Why? Because again, it's becoming so retail, and the more people they use it, guess what? The more it goes into this in here, and the more they attack it. And by what do I mean by attack it? Always sounds like a little bit conspiracy. Of course, that's not it. We obviously show you a little bit later. But first, way important, see the picture, see that they have all the reasons, be it data, be it technicals, fundamentals, whatsoever, and psychology, know exactly what makes you excited, what makes you getting a fear of missing out, whatsoever. All these different emotions, you can call it. They know exactly how to trigger that. And putting it all in an automated system by using an AI, which means artificial intelligence or whatever, aka whatever, an automated market analyzer. So what is this thing doing? We're digging a little bit deeper into that, what this AI actually is doing later. But first, understand that this AI gets fed by all the data, all the reasons, all the psychology reasons. Everything leads into this system, and that system literally, and now sit close because that's not a conspiracy whatsoever, that's real life, it delivers the price. Price is not random, price is delivered. Okay, you need to understand that the chart you're seeing is put there obviously on purpose. Okay, that's why obviously technical analysis works. That's why you getting all excited about it. And that's why all this data proves it all. But yeah, it's definitely delivered. That's a proven fact, 100%. It can't work other than that. And you need to understand that. Market is definitely not a random thing. It is 100% delivered and based on all these reasons. That's, again, why the fuck would you think a trend line would even work? Because this thing is creating a trend line on purpose to give these people a reason to press the button, and then again having psychology to not want to missing the whole move and then getting a stop loss. Then goes straight into data. Worked. Awesome. Rinse and repeat. And that's how these markets work, really. Okay. So, but again, who's behind it all? Again, we don't know. We have a good understanding of that. We can just call them the architects. Okay. So if we refer to them, we just, of course, refer to them as the architects because they literally built the whole scenario behind it. And they obviously have all the data, again, all the reasons, and also all the psychology reasons. And then it actually gets delivered. And just if you understand that, that will help you so much by understanding the markets and hopefully seeing the markets with different eyes, because the moment you truthfully understand that, the whole aspect, how you will see charts will change just like that.